Allah is the greatest. 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 For as long as the sun of Eid rises and shines, and clouds of happiness gather and cast their shade, and the faces of rain clouds brighten with joy and pour forth abundant rain, Allah is the greatest. For as long as the full moon glows in its perfection, and flowers burst forth from their buds, and for as long as rain pours from the clouds, and souls drink from the spring of dhikr and are elevated, Allah is the greatest. For as long as the Hajj pilgrims depart through the sacred sites and the mountain passes, and the sacred sites overflow with them, and the rites of worship and obligations are established, and for as long as the Hajj pilgrims enter into ihram for the rites of Hajj and then exit it, Allah is the greatest. For as long as a person will ever make tawaf around the house of Allah, and the devoted remain at Allah's door in worship and devotion, and the pilgrims remain present at the plains of Arafah, and for as long as the delegations will respond to the call for Hajj by proclaiming the Talbiyah, Allah is the greatest. Allah is the greatest. There is none worthy of worship except Allah. Allah is the greatest. Allah is the greatest. And all praise is due to Allah. All praise is due to Allah, who made the Kaaba a site to which people repeatedly return and a place of safety, and who has bestowed upon us the blessings and goodness of this Eid as a blessing and favor from Him, the one who has granted us through His bounty the loftiest station and noblest abode, and who has strengthened this religion through those whom He chose to serve these sacred sites, making them a pillar and support for it. I bear witness that there is none worthy of worship except Allah alone, without any partner. To Him belong the loftiest attributes and the most beautiful names. I further bear witness that our Prophet Muhammad, who is the best of us, is His worshipping servant and messenger. He conveyed Allah's message and dispelled ignorance, whereupon His Lord, mighty in sovereignty and exalted in majesty, revealed to him, "Today I have perfected your religion for you. I have completed my favor upon you, and I am pleased with Islam as a religion for you. May Allah's salah and salam be upon him, his family, his companions, and all those who follow them in righteousness out of His bounty and favor." To proceed. O Ummah of Islam, glad tidings to you on this glorious Eid, whose blossoms have spread their fragrance, and whose lights have shone forth on a majestic day, one of the greatest days of the year, and the centerpiece of these radiant days. May Allah complete His blessing upon you, perpetuate His bounty and favor, make the blessings of this Eid continuous with ever-increasing goodness, fill you with joy and protect you from destructive calamities. May He return such occasions to you time and again, and pour upon you His favors in the happiest and most blessed of states, with a life of ease and abundance and never-ending blessings whose novelty never fades. Brothers and sisters in Iman, on this noble day we witness one of the most magnificent manifestations of the greatness and perfection of Islam, and we behold one of the most splendid images of its beauty and majesty. This is evident in the gathering of these beautiful and joyful crowds, and the observer sees it manifested in the streaming masses of Hajj pilgrims. These are scenes that speak eloquently of the greatness of this eternal divine religion of Islam, a religion built upon the pillar of the pure creed of Tawheed, sincerely devoting all worship to Allah alone. This becomes apparent in one of the greatest scenes of Islam and its most inclusive gatherings, in its broadest and most expansive plain, in the site of the greater Hajj, where the Hajj pilgrims proclaim the Talbiyah. I obediently answer your call, O Allah. I obediently answer. I obediently answer your call, testifying that you have no partner. I obediently answer. To you belong all praise, favor, and dominion. You have no partner. Furthermore, It is a religion that establishes social order upon the foundations of justice, mercy, and complete human values. It builds an individual's creed and conscience, as well as their good conduct, character, and dealings. It builds, within a society, solidarity, mutual care, compassion, and noble interaction. Reflect upon this harmonious balance between the individual and the community in the statement of Allah, the Most Majestic. This ummah of yours is one, and I am your Lord. Thus you are to worship me alone. Where can one behold a scene that portrays the perfection and beauty of Islam in the embodiment of the creed of Tawheed and the unity of hearts more vividly and splendidly than the sight of the pilgrims on the day of the greater Hajj and the spectacle of this vast and radiant gathering? Ummah of Islam, in affirming these great meanings and immense objectives of this religion, we are brought to reflect upon words drawn from the lamp of revelation, words from which the radiant lights of prophethood shine and the fragrance of the divine message emanates. They were affirmed and conveyed by the Prophet of Mercy, may Allah's salah and salam be upon him, during his farewell Hajj to this ummah. These words settle in the hearts because of the majesty of the one who spoke them and the sacredness of the time and place in which they were said. Just like the innermost core of the heart and the pupil within the eye. The Prophet, may Allah's salah and salam be upon him, addressed the people during his farewell Hajj on the day of Arafah, addressed them on the day of sacrifice, on a day such as this, and again on the first day of departure from Mina. In these remarkable sermons, he established the foundations of Islam and laid down the principles of the religion, with concise yet eloquent words, with comprehensive, profound meanings. In these sermons, he emphasized the greatest of all matters and the pivotal message of all the prophets, Tawheed of Allah, and singling him out alone for worship. He magnified the sanctity of human life, wealth, and honor, established the principles of equality and justice for humanity, clarified the rights of women, and enjoined good treatment towards womenfolk. He gathered all of this into one tremendous council when he, may Allah's salah and salam be upon him, said, I have left among you that which, if you hold firmly to it, will never let you stray, the Book of Allah. In this address, he also alluded to the fact that he was bidding farewell to his ummah when he said, perhaps I will not meet you again after this year. Indeed, those prophetic words, despite the brevity of their wording and structure, with the depth of their meanings and implications, stand as a comprehensive and concluding prophetic statement, and a perfect charter of human rights. However, they are unlike any other statement, because the one who uttered them was described by his Lord, the absolutely perfect, in his perfect revelation and most truthful speech. I swear by the stars when they set, that your companion, the Prophet, may Allah's salah and salam be upon him, is neither mistaken nor strayed from the path of guidance. He does not speak from his own inclinations, rather, it is only revelation sent to him. Then, at the conclusion of that sermon, he called the ummah to bear witness that he had fully conveyed the message, saying, you will be asked regarding me, so what will you say? The companions replied, we bear witness that you conveyed the message, fulfilled the trust, and gave sincere counsel. He then raised his index finger towards the sky, and then pointed it toward the people, saying, O Allah, bear witness. O Allah, bear witness. O Allah, bear witness. Likewise, we say, as his noble companions, may Allah be pleased with them, said, O Allah, we bear witness that he certainly conveyed the message, fulfilled his trust, and gave sincere counsel. May Allah's abundant salah and salam be upon him. May Allah return upon us and upon you all the blessings of this Eid, and pour upon us and upon you all his increasing outpourings of favors. I say this much and seek Allah's forgiveness for myself and you all. Indeed, he is the most pardoning, the most forgiving. Allah is the greatest. Allah is the greatest. There is none worthy of worship except Allah. Allah is the greatest. Allah is the greatest. And all praise is due to Allah. Allah is the greatest. 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 There is none worthy of worship except Allah. Allah is the greatest. Allah is the greatest. And all praise is due to Allah. All praise is due to Allah, who is worthy of all praise throughout his days of the year and on his day of Eid. Complete praise and commendation belong to the one who initiates all favor and restores it anew. Gratitude belongs to him for his past blessings and for that by which he draws forth even more of his bounty. May Allah's salah and salam be upon the finest of his creation and most select of his messengers, our Prophet and the best of us, Muhammad, as well as upon his family, his companions, and all those who follow them in righteousness until the day he promised us and warned us of. To proceed, indeed, the essence of all good advice is to observe taqwa of Allah in every matter. All matters revolve around it in both their formation and their resolution, and it is what beautifies the inner soul as well as the hidden conscience. And it is Allah's injunction to both the former and latter generations alike. In this regard, Allah, the absolutely perfect, stated in most precise speech, "We most certainly instructed the people of the scriptures prior to you, as well as you yourselves, to observe taqwa of Allah. But if you deny and reject, then indeed to Allah belongs whatever is in the heavens and whatever is on the earth, and Allah is most high and most praiseworthy." Ummah of Islam, on this concluding day, surging multitudes can be witnessed across these pure lands and radiant plains, their voices proclaiming the talbiyah and in invoking the supplication to the Lord of all creation, their eyes scorched with hot tears of longing, love and yearning. Their bodies stand as one, their hearts united and their souls intertwined, regardless of the variation in their tongues, dialects, and despite their far-flung homelands. In scenes alive with the spirit of believing brotherhood in faith and the unity of Islam. This is a sense of belonging to this great nation, the Ummah of Islam, in the cradle of Islam, and the abode of goodness and peace, the blessed land upon which the caravans of revelation descended, and within which the stars of prophethood shone, a sacred land whose mountains and valleys speak of its illustrious past and glorious present, and whose lowlands and highlands are suffused with it, deeply rooted in the depths of ancient history, and foremost in the arena of the present age. Allah has granted it leaders who regard serving the two holy mosques and their visitors as a noble honor, responsibility, and a source of pride. In fact, they seek its reward from Allah and consider it a treasured provision for which Allah will reward them in the hereafter. Glad tidings to them for that honor in this worldly life and the hope of a great reward in the hereafter. Blessed also is whoever has witnessed these noble events and scenes and managed to stand upon the lands and locations of remembrance. Congratulations to those witnessing this Eid and adorning themselves with its colors, and who say regarding the good deeds they have performed, may they be accepted and rewarded. Thus open up your hearts with the joy of Eid and be filled with delight. Allah stated, "Say, all people should be glad to have the bounty and mercy of Allah. That is better than anything of this world they can amass for themselves." In conclusion, increase in beseeching Allah to send continuous salah and salam upon the choicest of creation, the best of mankind. O Allah, grant your salah, salam and blessings to our Prophet Muhammad, who is the best of us, and upon his family and noble radiant companions, as well as those who follow them in righteousness, for as long as the raindrops pour forth and the full moon, shines brightly. O Allah, O Lord of all creation, grant strength to Islam and the Muslims, set right their affairs all over the world, grant them victory over your enemy and their enemy, O most strong, O most powerful. O Allah, we ask you to protect the custodian of the two holy mosques and his trustworthy deputy with your care, to place them under your safeguarding and protection, and to reward them with the best reward in both worlds for their service to the two holy mosques and their visitors. Make for them a lasting and honest reputation among later generations. O Allah, grant your special assistance to do what is in the best interests for the land and its people, and in what brings goodness, benefit and righteousness in both the worldly life and in religious affairs. O most generous, O Allah, protect this country, the sanctuary of the two holy mosques, the abode to where the hearts of the Muslims are drawn and the resting place of the leader of the messengers, from the plots of the plotters, the scheme of the schemers, and the aggression of the transgressors. O Allah, protect its leaders, its scholars, its creed, its sacred sites and its sanctities. Guard its soldiers and secure its borders. Encompass with that protection its elderly and youth, its men and women. O Allah, accept from the Hajj pilgrims their rights, and by your grace answer their supplications. Fulfill their hopes in what pleases you, and return them to their families in complete safety, with a good outcome, and by your gracious acceptance, O most generous. Servants of Allah, know that the best way to receive blessings and the greatest means by which favors are increased, and the way by which divine gifts are continued, are through praising Allah and thanking Him and extolling Him as He deserves. Thus, all praise is due to Him, praise that He loves and is pleased with, and to the extent that He loves it and is pleased with it. Allah is the greatest, Allah is the greatest, there is none worthy of worship except Allah. Allah is the greatest,